So the next masking in Photoshop is known as vector masking. To start vector masking, let's start with this image where we just want the background to be removed and then we will be changing the background. We will be replacing it with something else. Now in this case, you can see like we just need to preserve the body of the car along with this road, and we just want to avoid the grass and the greenery. So to start with the vector masking, we just need to start it with the pen tool. So pen tool is the main tool which will be used for creating the vector mask effect, and you can just click, and once you click back you get a closed shape. So this is what you get with the help of a pen tool. Now after creating that closed shape, you just need to go to that previous button that says add layer mask. So you can click over there. That's the first one. The moment you click over there, it automatically changes that option and it says add vector mask. Now what happens is you already have got one thumbnail which is available for layer masking option, but if you go for add vector mask and just see what happens once we click over here, so the area which was into that created shape, that has been preserved and rest of the areas have become fully transparent. Like you don't have to really worry about this gray value which is seen in this thumbnail, because the vector mask is not related to your transparency or translucency. It will simply preserve the opaque and the transparent area. So that's it. So the advantage of having a vector mask is like you can select this path selection tool, you can click and drag and you can move your path wherever you want to move. That's one thing. And second thing is like if you just want to adjust the edges, so you can make use of this direct selection tool and you can change or you can adjust the edges. So that's basically is the way how vector mask happens. So once you create this entire thing, and again if you go back to let's say layer mask thumbnail, and if you have selected any particular tool, and if you are let's say trying to paint any specific area, yes, you can definitely combine these two masks together to achieve a certain result. But as of now, I'm not concentrating on the layer mask, so I'll select and just delete this one. So this step is not going to affect the effect of the vector mask. So now you can just see if we have again that direct selection tool and now you are clicking and dragging it, so again you have this same effect of the vector mask. There's one more thing which you need to observe is that if we go to the menus and then go to the paths option, we get a path panel. Now here you can see we have two thumbnails. One is basically work path. Now this work path is something which has been created on the very first go, which you can see this was the original work path which was created in the original image thumbnail. The moment you click on layer 0 vector mask, that's a new shape which you have, and this is what you are adjusting every time. So this is what is actually making that particular area or the enclosed area visible or the non-selected area invisible. If you go to work path and if you try to adjust this one, see, you won't be able to get anything. To understand it in a very simple way, let's delete this one. Let's delete this path as well. And now I'll take the pen tool again and I'll just randomly create it. See, once we have started and like we have created this shape, it simply says work path. Now, if you click here for the first time, that says layer mask. If you click here for the second time, this is what you get, that is layer 0 vector mask. So layer 0 vector mask has a path, and it is this path which you will be selecting and editing to like get your certain result. So that's the way how vector masking happens. Now let's see how to apply vector mask on this image to achieve a certain result. I'll just delete both these thumbnails. We will start creating that shape. So you can select pen tool, you can just start with any point. You just need to make sure that how to adjust the curves of the shape which you are creating. It could be little time consuming based on the complexity of the shape, but you just have to keep clicking and you just have to continue with the shape. Once we have started creating this one, you just need to go to the path, and here you can see this is your work path which has just started. So now you can see we have completed the path created by the pen tool, and it's like a very normal thing which has been created. We have not undergone with this area. We have not gone with a very detailed selection, but this is just for a basic understanding. So we have created the selection, and now I'm going to click on this button for the first time. It adds the layer mask thumbnail, and I click on it for the second time to get the vector mask. So now this is done. You can see that is layer 0 vector mask which you just got. So once that is done, I can bring in that image, how we can change the background as per this way. And we have not masked out this area, so as of now we'll just avoid that thing, because we just have to understand the basic process of vector masking. So you can see we have changed the background as per our requirement. We just got that thing. So let's keep it in this way only. There are many more things which are required to be done, but as of now you can right click, you can disable the vector mask, you can enable the vector mask, you can simply delete the vector mask. The vector mask will automatically be deleted. It will not ask you whether you want to apply or not. Or if you have rasterized vector mask, this is how the vector mask will be converted into the layer mask, and that's how this is what you will start getting. So again, you can start painting in this section. So now I'm painting it up with white if you want some more areas to become opaque. So that's the way how you can handle it in a very comfortable way. This is the basic process of vector masking.